Hello and welcome back to Big Bad Bard Plays Enter the Gungeon. So, I believe it's time for a convict run, and I have not gotten the alternate starting gun for the convict, so we're going to try to do that this time around. Let's see, we need to hunt Kohlers, and how many of those do we need? 20. That's not too bad. It might take a little while, but that's not too bad. Do I still have rainbows going? Yeah, I'm gonna... actually, if I'm doing a past run... Ooh, I don't know if the bullet that can kill the past counts as an item that gets discluded from rainbow runs. I'm just not even gonna take the chance. That was basically my thought process, was that you might not be able to get the bullet, so there's no point. If I'm trying to kill the past, I should just do a regular run. I mean, come on. I should be able to get to the dragon and at least get to the past. That's not something I should be struggling with at this point. I should be struggling with, I don't know, the Fusilier and lead maidens while I'm trying to protect the old crest. Because that's what everyone struggles with, right? That's everyone's, two least favorite things in this game, basically, is the Fusilier and lead maidens when you're trying to get the old crest where it needs to go. Okay, we're done here? Good. Let's go ahead and pop this open. Hopefully the game just gives me keys, lets me open a few things on this floor, as well as go into the secret floor. That'd be really nice. If not, hey, I'll just deal with it. Okay. That's weird. I don't think I've ever seen one of the AK guys stop shoot. Like, he shot one bullet and stopped because I ducked behind that wall. That was kind of weird. I didn't realize they did that. I guess it wasn't an AK, it was one of the Uzi guys. That's what it is. That's the AK guy. Alright, nice and easy, just run up to the shotgun, blast him in the face a few times with my own. Alright, so far, pretty basic first floor. It's about what I expect. Now, what do I hope for? So much more. Where's the ghost? Oh, okay, he's way over there. Then I should kill these shotguns before, or at least that one, before he can get too close to me and put me in a difficult spot. Oh, I tried to flip the table as I backflipped over it. That didn't work. I think I've just moved away too far from it. Okay, so... Oh boy. How am I gonna talk about this? So, the Golden Knights. I'm recording this the day after Game 7. Oh boy. Game 7 was, no joke, probably one of the wildest games of hockey I've ever watched. I don't even know how to start this. God. Vegas, San Jose, Game 7 of the first round of playoffs, and tensions were pretty high. As with any Game 7, And, there's been, I guess some bad blood, some drama in the series leading up to it. Very physical games, 1 through 4. Game 5 was a little less physical. Vegas actually lost that, Vegas lost 5 and 6. I'm really tempted to open that. And yeah, it all came down to Game 7. And Vegas came out looking good. Well, okay, no. I'm gonna take that back. Vegas came out taking really bad penalties. That's what they did. The first 4 minutes of the game, I think, there were 2 penalties called on Vegas, and it was pretty rough. And that didn't really slow down. And ultimately, penalties is what changed the game. Here's the thing, though. San Jose didn't score on any of those early penalties. Vegas ended up coming out ahead. I mean, I think they scored at the end of the first period, and then somewhere in the second period, and then kind of in the beginning of the third, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about that. My memory's a little hazy, because I almost want to just forget the night. And so we're about 45 minutes into the game, right? Maybe a little bit more, out of a 60-minute game, and the score is 3-0 Vegas. And then something happened. There was a face-off where Cody Eakin, I guess, kind of ended up shoving, who was it? Joe Pavelski, I think? Kind of pushed him down. Not even really pushed him down, that's the weird thing. He just kind of pushed him into, I think it was Paul Stastny, another Vegas player. And Stastny kind of like almost body slammed him almost. I don't know. Pavelski hit the ice in such a way that his head made pretty bad contact with the ice. Like, I think his shoulder hit first, and then like his head just kind of whipped into the ice. It was not good. He was bleeding immediately. But they called a 5-minute major game misconduct penalty on Cody Eakin for that play. And the difference between a 2-minute minor penalty and a 5-minute major penalty is if you score on a 2-minute penalty, that's it. The penalty's over. Play just continues as usual. With a 5-minute penalty, you keep the team stays shorthanded until those 5 minutes are up. Here's the problem. San Jose scored 6 seconds into their penalty, into the power play, right? And then they scored about 30 seconds after that, and then they scored about a minute after that. So what we're looking at now is a game that's all tied up. And then San Jose scored again. And that left it 4-3, San Jose leading, with about 5 minutes left to go. Luckily, Vegas came back and scored. I believe it was Jonathan Marchessault. I'm just looking for the secret room a little bit. I have no idea where it is. I believe it was Marchie that brought the game into overtime. I'm going to do it. Trident is not even worth that. Damn. Oh, well. And then, unfortunately, the Sharks just landed a shot in overtime, ending at 5-4, and ending Vegas' playoff run. So yeah, it was definitely it was an entertaining game to watch, I guess. But man, some of the calls against Vegas were just hard to look at, especially since I don't know. I'm not 100% sure that the goal that the Sharks scored in overtime, I'm not really sure that was onside. But that's if the coach didn't challenge it, you know, like whatever. The game was over. It sucks, but that's it for this year. I mean, preseason starts in September. Danielle and I will be moving out to Nevada right around that time. I don't really know what I want to be using here. So yeah, hopefully we can just catch back up with the Knights from their hometown. Looking forward to that. But anyways, yeah, that's, man, I don't know if that's going to be the end of my Stanley Cup playoff coverage in these videos, but it is likely to be. Not, you know, out of any sort of, like, being a sore loser, being, like, depressed or sad about it. But, like, I don't know, the Golden Knights are my team. Okay, that was weird. The money just kind of glitched out right there. Like, I could always say, oh, you know, who are the closest teams to me right now that are still in. I guess in the East it'd be Columbus, in the West it'd be St. Louis. And actually I wouldn't mind seeing St. Louis win just because one of their defensemen played with the Golden Knights last year and was a really just likable character, Dave Perron. Also, I don't think either of those teams is going to win the Cup, so it's always kind of fun rooting for an underdog. Especially, I mean, the story that came out of, like, Columbus in this first round, where everyone was so sure that Tampa Bay, being such a dominant team in the regular season, everyone was pretty sure Tampa Bay was just going to bury Columbus. But yeah, Columbus came back in Game 1 from, I think, a 3-0 deficit. Ended up winning that and then sweeping the whole series. So, like, I don't know who saw that coming. All I have to say is, like, almost my entire bracket has been completely wrong. I was right about Calgary losing to Colorado, and I was right about Toronto losing to the Bruins. Although, really, I would love to see Toronto win a Stanley Cup in my lifetime. There are people that have been born and died since Toronto won a Stanley Cup. And not, like, I mean, okay, 52, you know, is pretty young to die of old age, but, you know, that's a long time to go without winning. Especially because, you know, they've been pretty good. They've had good seasons, but they just can't seem to pull it together in the playoffs. It's been something like 15 years since they won a playoff series. I don't know if that might not be right. Okay. Anyways, back to Gungeon. Away from hockey for just a minute, I guess. Oh boy. I've got keys. I got keys for days now. The shop had a couple of them for sale, and the game just decided to hand me one, so that's nice. I just need these chests to show up now. Ooh, don't get me, please. Alright, here we go. It's not a mimic, right? Doesn't look like one. The hammer is not really what I'm looking for. Okay, and what do we have in here? Trork with portable table device, or drum clip. Drum clip's pretty good. I like it. Although with something like the hammer, you actually don't want drum clip. Anything that has a special shot as the last shot in it, you want to lower your magazine capacity. If there's even a way. I think there's, oh, what is it? Maybe one of the Dice Shrine effects does, like, the opposite of the ammo belt. Not the ammo belt, the drum clip. I think Utility Belt might increase your magazine capacity as well. I might be wrong about that. Alright, and Turkey is actually pretty good. I like Turkey. Okay. Sure. And that's the whole floor? Alright. So, boss fight. What are we thinking here? Hammer? I'm thinking hammer. What do we got? Gunsnake. Alright. This guy's a jerk. But at least I can use my Molotov against him. That's something you don't usually get to do. I feel like I usually fight bosses with the Convict that the Molotov cocktail is completely unusable. Like the, for example, the Bullet King, which I ended up fighting Trigger Twins this time, so that was nice. And then also, usually, you know, I make it through to the Oubliette and the Abbey of the True Gun, so it's like there's 2 more bosses that the Molotov doesn't affect. And then I end up fighting the Gorgon on this floor. Oh god. Oh, I was trying so hard to go flawless here. Damn, and right before I got the final kill. Alright, Flame Hand, huh? It's not great. Do I want portable table device, or do I want to stick with the Molotov right now? Also, I can't afford the rat key. How did that happen? The only thing I bought was a key for the last floor. Huh. That's weird. How much is the ammo? It's 78. I'm just gonna buy 2 keys then, I think. I'll check and see how much portable tables is, but I'm pretty sure I can't afford it at this point. Nope. Okay. Let's go. It's alright. I mean, what do I really need to kill the Dragon? I just need to be able to avoid his attacks. I could kill him with the starter pistol. I don't want to, but could. I think I'm actually going to use Flame Hand for a minute here. It's not bad, and sometimes the damage rolls quite nicely on it. Ooh, that's not great. Sometimes it's not very good, and these guys are just annoying. Okay, there we go. He might die from that. He might also die from that. Cool. Oh, sure. Flame Hand, I don't know. Like I said, the damage isn't bad on some of the shots, but also the fire damage is nice too. Anytime you can just fire at a group of enemies, and the piercing on it is fantastic. So yeah, anytime you can just fire at a group of enemies and then walk away from them, and they just die on their own, I'm a fan of that. You don't need to, you know, use all of your ammo to clear out a room. You can just fire off a couple of shots, maybe land, yeah, there we go, on multiple. Just kind of light everyone up. And then just let them die on their own. Maybe refresh it every couple of seconds, just keep it going. Wow. That guy did not want to go. Good, I was trying to kill the dude before he could burrow. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think he's just gonna burn himself out. Okay. I don't know why, but secret room? Looks suspicious. Alright. Back to Flame Hand. I think it's doing pretty good for me. The damage I've taken is all my own fault. Okay. Keep the priest on fire. Ooh. I thought I might be done here. Alright, and then there's Mage up there. Good. He is not dead. There we go. Okay, boss fight. Or I could not go fight the boss. Let's go over here. So, I don't know if I'm even going to get to go to the RNG department on this run. Because to do that, I'm going to need a master round at some point. Wow. That's such an asshole move. Alright. Also, I didn't think this through too well. I'm going to either have to... I'll probably just teleport back to the boss and run that way. Curse heal? Ooh, Wingman. What? Do I want Blood Brooch, or do I want Flight, or do I just want to ignore this place? Alright, what do we have here? Blue chest? I've got 3 keys. Maybe that's not the worst thing to try to open. Speed upgrade's okay. That's not too bad. Where's my Flame Hand? There we go. If I could somehow manage to afford Wingman, that'd be nice. That'd be real nice. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be nice. Or, and I don't know how I would even manufacture this happening, if I could somehow get Galactic Medal of Valor, that would be really nice. Get out of here, bubble bullets. I don't want to play with you. I am going to come up here and say hi to this guy, though. Okay, the bubbles are busted. Alright, I have 1 key left, and there was one in the shop, so I don't really need to worry about that. I don't think I'm really going to be able to afford Wingman out of the shop. I don't see that happening. More likely would be something like Blood Brooch, but I don't think I'm even going to go for that. Although it might be nice if I have low health, which I do. Where is... here we go, budget pistol. Not a Mimic. I'll tell you what else I would love to find is, Key Merchant. That'd be nice. Alright, this guy. What a jerk. Okay, and who's up here? Probably a chest? Somewhere. I probably. Alright. There we go. Oh. Okay. Alright, well, I need to turn off my recording. I'll be right back. Yeah, so my power went out, and due to the way Gungeon, saves between levels, or, it gives you the option to save between levels, if you don't take advantage of that, and you just kind of quit out of it in the middle of a floor, it dumps you out of the game, and you have to restart, and you can't continue. So unfortunately, the rest of this run is going to have to be unfinished. I thought about re-recording it, but I really didn't have it in me to talk about the Golden Knights game again. I'm still a little bit stung. I am recording this the next day, and I have learned that the referees that were reffing that game are not going to be reffing in the next round, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they are being reprimanded for the way they did their jobs in that game or in that series in general. But an NHL spokesman did come out and say that they're talking about looking into doing video reviews for major penalties, which I think really would have helped Vegas out in that instance. It probably would have cut the penalty down from a 5-minute major to a 2-minute minor for cross-checking, maybe an interference call, maybe something like that, but it wouldn't have been quite as game-changing as the 5-minute major that it ended up being. But I just really didn't want to have to go all the way back through and re-explain my thoughts on the game. So that's why I'm just going to leave it kind of as is, as an unfinished run. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Sorry about it. If you still enjoyed it, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, come on back later for another video, and most importantly, like I always say, be sure to have yourself a great day, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.